Who really owned the Mediterranean? For thousands of years, this sea connected three continents. It carried grain, armies, ideas, gods, and languages. And yet, again and again, empires tried to claim it. Rome famously called it Mare Nostrum, our sea. But was it ever truly theirs? Or was the Mediterranean always too big, too shared, too contested to belong to anyone? To answer that, we have to look beyond maps, beyond borders, and, beyond the idea that a sea can be owned at all. The Mediterranean does not behave like an ocean. It has no tides worth mentioning. Surrounded by land on nearly every side, from early human history, this made it special. People did not fear crossing it. They hugged its coastlines, they island hopped, they learned its winds and seasons. This was not a barrier, it was a bridge. Long before Rome existed, the Mediterranean was already crowded. Phoenician traders moved purple dye and glass from the Levant to Iberia. Greek sailors founded colonies from modern Turkey to southern France. Egyptian grain fed distant populations. Carthage rose on North African shores and rivaled the greatest powers of its age. No single empire owned the Mediterranean then, but many depended on it. The sea rewarded connection, not domination. And yet, that balance would not last. Rome did not begin as a maritime power. It was a river city, inland, suspicious of the sea. Early Romans even believed sailors were unreliable and dangerous. But Rome learned. As it expanded across Italy, it realized something crucial. Control of land meant nothing without control of supply. Grain had to move, armies had to move, information had to move, and the fastest way was by water. Rome's wars with Carthage forced it to become a naval power almost overnight. They copied enemy ships, they trained sailors, they adapted. When Carthage fell, Rome gained more than territory, it gained access. Over the next centuries, Rome absorbed Greece, Anatolia, the Levant, Egypt, and North Africa. Slowly, the Mediterranean coastlines fell under Roman rule. By the 1st century CE, something unprecedented had happened. For the first time in history, a single political power controlled nearly every shore of the Mediterranean. This is when the phrase Mare Nostrum appears. Our sea, not a poetic metaphor, a statement of dominance. When Rome said it owned the Mediterranean, it did not mean private ownership. It meant control. Roman law governed ports, Roman patrols protected shipping lanes, Roman taxes shaped trade, Roman calendars regulated time itself. Piracy, once common, was aggressively suppressed. A merchant could sail from Spain to Syria carrying Roman coins, speaking Latin or Greek, and expect familiar rules. For a time, the Mediterranean became unusually safe. Grain ships moved steadily from Egypt to Rome. Olive oil flowed from Hispania, wine traveled from Gaul, marble crossed from Greece. The sea functioned like a massive road system made of water. But even at its peak, Rome's control had limits. The Mediterranean did not become Roman because Rome loved the sea. Rome depended on it, and dependency is not the same as ownership. Calling the Mediterranean Rome's lake hides an important truth. Rome controlled coastlines, not cultures. Greek remained the dominant language in the Eastern Mediterranean. Local religions persisted, regional identities survived. The sea was Roman in administration, but not in spirit. Phoenician traditions lived on in North Africa. Jewish communities thrived across port cities. Egypt retained its ancient rhythms beneath Roman rule. Even trade was never fully Roman. Merchants from Arabia, India, and East Africa entered the Mediterranean through Red Sea routes. Ideas flowed with them, spices, stories, beliefs. Rome could tax ships. It could not control what those ships carried in their minds. The Mediterranean is deceptive. On a map, it looks contained, manageable, claimable. In reality, it is fragmented, narrow straits, hidden coves, islands everywhere. Perfect conditions for smugglers, rebels, pirates. Even during Roman rule, complete control was an illusion. When central authority weakened, the sea responded immediately. Piracy returned. Regional powers reasserted themselves. Trade fractured. Ownership depended on constant force. The moment Rome loosened its grip, the sea slipped away. When the Western Roman Empire collapsed, the Mediterranean did not fall with it. It transformed. The Eastern Mediterranean remained deeply connected under Byzantium. Arabic-speaking powers rose across the southern and eastern shores. Trade routes shifted, but never disappeared. The sea did not belong to Rome anymore, but it also did not belong to anyone else. Venice would later dominate trade without ruling territory. The Ottomans would control key choke points without owning the whole sea. European empires would carve influence, not unity. Each power tried to repeat Rome's success. None succeeded. Calling the Mediterranean Rome's lake suggests order, stability, and control. The phrase reflects how Rome wanted to be seen, not how the sea truly functioned. The Mediterranean was never actually owned. It was managed, contested, shared, and used. When empires name places, they assert authority. And when historians repeat those names, they inherit that perspective. The sea itself, though, remains indifferent. It connects those who cross it, and it divides those who fight over it. So, who really owned it? If ownership means control of coastlines, Rome came closest. If ownership means cultural dominance, no one ever did. And if ownership means permanence, well, then no empire qualifies. The Mediterranean outlived Rome. It outlasted Byzantium. It endured Islamic caliphates, crusaders, and colonial powers. The Mediterranean was never a possession. It was a crossroads. And every power that tried to claim it learned the same lesson. You can rule the shores, you can patrol the waves, but the sea itself belongs to history. So who do you think really owned the Mediterranean? Rome at its peak, later empires, or has no one ever truly owned it? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed exploring who really owned the Mediterranean, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and explore more of our travel history series. History is full of lost places waiting to be discovered, and we'll take you there.